Hello everyone, here's something most of you already know, but in Elden Ring, you can have the most optimized build in the world, but without a well upgraded weapon, you are not going to see very good results. So, in this guide, we are going to collect Somber Smithing Stones 1 to 10, and the best part is I'm doing this without leveling at all or using any weird skips or shortcuts. This means regardless if you are just starting your journey or in the middle of it, you can use the information in this guide to maximize your damage potential early and easily. I also want to point out that in the past I created similar guides where I collected Somber Smithing Stones 1 to 9, but I did this while using a shortcut to Crumbling Farm Azula. This is another reason why I'm creating this guide, since a lot of people were not comfortable accessing such a late game area in their first hours of playthrough. Also, executing such shortcut was cumbersome for some players on consoles. However, with this guide you should not have to worry about any of these issues. I'm starting this route with the Bandit starter class and the Golden Seed Keepsake, but you can achieve the same results with any starter class. Unlock the Church of Site of Grace, then head to Gate Front to obtain your horse, map fragment, and the whetstone knife. Teleport back to the Church of Eva and get Summoning Bell and the Wolf Summoning Spell from the witch Trina. I usually use the air vent behind the first step site of Grace to descend to the beach and collect 1 gold pickled firewood. Teleport back to Gate Front and head east. Talk to Puck and he will reward you with 10 mushrooms. Continue your way east, cross the bridge and head to the right to pick up 1 Somber Smithing Stone 1 from the guy sitting on the chair. After that, we are going to obtain Fevor's Cookbook, which will allow us to craft sleeping bots using mushrooms and Trina's lilies to easily defeat a certain boss later down the road. After obtaining Fevor's Cookbook, head to the Third Church of Marika to obtain the Flask of Wondrous Physick. Head south to the Minor Earth Tree and pick up the Greenspill Crystal Tier. You should also collect 5 Trina's lilies from the Mistwood ruins close by. Head to Fort Haight and climb the ladder to obtain the left half of the Dectus medallion. We are also going to defeat Varre Knight in the fort to obtain the Bloody Slash Ashapur. You can use the Wolf's Summoning spell to distract him and use the opportunity to land a few backstabs. After that, we are going to cross the Bridge of Sacrifice to reach the Weeping Peninsula and obtain 1 Stonesword Key. Go all the way south to obtain the Somber Smithing Stone 2 found on the beach, guarded by 4 aggressive jellyfish enemies. Go back to Gate Front Site of Grace and apply the Bloody Slash Ashapur to your knife. Go down to Agil Lake and follow the path to reach the Murkwater Cave, where you will get invaded by the Bloody Finger Nereus. You can easily take him out with the Bloody Slash, or you can wait for Yura to help you out. After defeating him, you will gain Reduvia. This is a very strong arcane weapon and we will use it to the end of this run. Go to the Third Church of Marika and use the portal behind to teleport to Caelid. Ride all the way down to reach Lena's Rise and use the air vent. You can loot the runes nearby, then make your way to the Minor Air Tree and use the air vent behind to reach Fort Palace. Head west towards the Divine Tower of Caelid. You can obtain Somber Smithing Stone 9 from the guy sitting on the chair. Attack the Teardrop Scarab and push it off the ledge to obtain Somber Smithing Stone 8. Head to the Isolated Merchant and buy the Beast Repellent Torch. This is a nice source of light and will make sure certain beasts like rats will not attack you. Go back to Fort Paris and climb the ladder to obtain the other half of the Dectus medallion. We are also going to grab Radagon's Sword Seal Talisman. It is not mandatory and I'm only using it for the extra plus 5 to endurance. After that we are going to the Inner Ionia Site of Grace. Head south crossing the heart of Ionia where you fight Commander O'Neill to obtain a Somber Smithing Stone 4. Go back to Inner Ionia, but this time head north through the canyon to obtain one Somber Smithing Stone 5. With this we are pretty much done with Caelid, so we are going back to Gatefront. From Gatefront, go to the Stormhill Check and obtain one Stonesword Key. Using the knife with the Bloody Slash, defeat the knight over here to obtain the Golden Vow AoW. Go around Stormvale Castle to reach the lake-facing cliffs Site of Grace. Head to Lasker Ruins and use the portals there to teleport to South Raya Lucaria Gate. However, you probably want to grab the Dexterity-Knot Crystal Tier near the Scenic Isle before using the portal, but you can also grab it later. From South Raya Lucaria Gate, jump down and head west to reach the Temple Quarter Site of Grace. Then ride north to obtain the Academy Glintstone Key behind the dragon. The next step is optional, but from South Raya Lucaria Gate you can jump down, but this time head northeast. You can use the portal over here to teleport to King's Realm Ruins. This is a very convenient portal because it places you exactly next to the map fragment and close to the Smithing Master EG. EG sells Somber Smithing Stones 1, 2, 3 and 4. From South Raya Lucaria Gate use the portal to teleport to the main Academy Gate. Unlock the grace, then use the other portal to teleport to East Rhylacaria Gate. Right to the grand left of Dectus and use it to reach the Altus Plateau. From the Altus Plateau site of grace, right to the forest spanning Great Bridge and use the portals there to teleport to the other side of the bridge. Once you are there, go down below the bridge and unlock the site of grace. Follow the path west and cross the bridge to reach Mount Gelmir. Keep heading west until you encounter a couple of Iron Maidens. Use the ladder to go all the way up to unlock the site of grace and obtain one Somber Smithing Stone 6. Teleport back to the Academy main gate and use the elevator to go up. You can pick up one Somber Smithing Stone 3 at the end of the room after opening the gates to the Academy. Continue your way through the graveyard and use the water wheel to unlock the classroom site of grace. We are almost ready to go to Volcano Manor to obtain Somber Smithing Stone 7, but we still need to craft sleeping pots. Go to the Church of Ella and buy the 3 cracked pots and the crafting kit. I also bought an additional cracked pot from the nomadic merchant near Castle Moon Rampart site of grace in Weeping Peninsula. If you are following the guide so far, you should have enough materials to craft 5 sleeping pots. If you need more mushrooms or Trina's lilies, you can go to Folly on the Lake site of grace. If you head north, you should be able to pick plenty of mushrooms. If you head south near the Bridge of Albinolix, you should be able to pick plenty of Trina's lilies as well. Keep in mind that mushrooms can respawn every time you rest at any site of grace, but Trina's lilies are unique and do not respawn. Upgrade Reduvia to +6 using the Somber Smithing Stones we have collected. Also place the Dexterity-Knot Crystal Tier and the Greenspill Crystal Tier in the Wondrous Physick Flask. Add the Golden Vow AoW to your knife, teleport back to the classroom site of grace, and use the water wheel to go all the way down. Get eaten by the Iron Maiden to teleport to Volcano Manor. Follow the route I'm showing you here to collect Somber Smithing Stones 6 and 5. Now we are ready to face the Godskin Noble. Go inside the room, drink your Wondrous Flask, and buff Golden Vow AoW. This fight is an absolute cake with the sleeping bots. When the Godskin noble spawns, throw one at him. As soon as you see him falling asleep, spam Reduvia's weapon skill. You should easily chip away 50% of his total HP before he wakes up again. Make sure to stand very close to the boss when you are using Reduvia, so you attack with both the weapon and the projectile to build up better blood loss. As he wakes up, throw another sleeping bot and again spam Reduvia's weapon skill to finish him off. This hands down the easiest method to take him out, and we have done it without leveling up at all. However, you don't need Reduvia for this. The same results can be achieved with other weapons like the Uchi Katana with the Unsheath weapon skill, or the Claymore with the Lion's Claw Ash of War. After defeating the Godskin Noble, you can go outside and raise the bridge. Go back inside the room and use the elevator to reach the top floor. Jump from the balcony and follow this route to unlock the shortcut back to the Godskin Noble's room. When you are riding the shortcut elevator up, you can jump right before you reach the top floor to obtain one Stonesword Key. You need 2 Stonesword Keys to unlock the way to Somber Smithing Stone 7, and you should have exactly 2 if you are following the guide so far. Volcano Manor has some very powerful items that you can pick up along the way, like the Dagger Talisman and the Royal Knight's Resolve Ash of War. After obtaining Somber Smithing Stone 7 guarded by the Iron Maiden, you should be able to upgrade Reduvia to +9. Now to obtain Somber Smithing Stone 10, we need to complete the White Mask Varre Questline. In order to do that, we need to defeat one Shard Bearer like Godric, Renala or Radan. I went to Raya Lucaria Academy and defeated the Red Wolf of Radagon and Renala. This wasn't too difficult since I'm doing this with +9 Reduvia. After defeating one of the bosses I mentioned, go to the Round Table Hold and talk to Enya. This is a mandatory step to progress the quest. After that, teleport to the Temple Quarter Site of Grace in Lorinia of the Lakes. Head south to reach the Rosette Church, where you will find the White Mask Varre. He will give you 5 festering bloody fingers to invade other players. I believe you need to invade a minimum of 3 players to advance his quest. However, instead of this, we are going to invade the NPC Magnus, the Beast Claw. Teleport to Road of Iniquity, Side Pass, Site of Grace in Altus Plateau. Follow this path to reach Ree's Blood Ruins. Interact with the Raid Invasion Mark and defeat Magnus. Go back to White Mask in Rosette Church and he will give you Lord of Blood's favor to soak it with blood. There are multiple ways to achieve this, but the easiest one is to use the item on the Dead Maiden at the Church of Inhibition. You can reach the church from the Grand Lift of Dectus, Site of Grace. As you approach the church, you will get invaded by the fingerprint Haight. He is not related to the quest, so you can escape or defeat him. After that, go back to White Mask one last time to receive the Pure Blood Knight's medal. Use the Pure Blood Knight's medal to teleport to Mohgwyn Palace. There are plenty of useful items to pick up, like the Lord's Rune, which is worth 50,000 runes on its own. However, what we are looking for is the Somber Ancient Dragon Smithing Stone, which is located inside the chest guarded by these enemies. There is a site of grace nearby, so if you accidentally died while trying to grab the item, you can simply respawn and try again. This was the final item we needed to upgrade our Somber weapon to plus 10, and we have done it without doing any wrong warps or shortcuts. Everything we achieved in this video is 100% legit, and you can do it in your own game without worrying about glitching your game or performing any skips. I hope you found this guide helpful. Let me know if you have any ideas to optimize this route. Also, if you have any questions regarding this guide or Elden Ring in general, please let me know. Thanks for watching and have a great day.